Ready, set, action. Nigerians are in for a showdown as two people dig for crude oil. Well, one goes low, the other one goes lower and digs for crude oil. We see a battle between VDM and Blord. We hope to see the end of this match at the end of the day. Moving on to the next fighter on our list, we see ex-BB Nigeria housemate Fina battling with someone else, an unknown person, for 200,000 naira. Yes, you heard me right, not 200 million, 200,000 naira. And then on to the other story for today, we see where the Edo governor pleads with, he mandates everyone under him to wear the Asiwaju TINUBU cap. And there will be serious penalties for not wearing it. Anyways, moving on to our next stories, we have...
From this side, we have the federal government disbursing 6.3 billion to 21,000 flood victims. And we have our landlord, Omoyele Sowore, said no FCT judge will be living in rented apartments by 2027. And we have the Konoa saying that they will not join the ASO strike.
Well, we have Sheikh Gumi renewing calls for dialogue with the bandits following the Israel-Hamas deal. The World Bank saying that Nigerian agencies get higher revenue allocations when compared to other countries. And finally, on today's story, we have the NSCDC apologizing to Channels TV for assaulting one of their crew members. I am Idram Alba.
I am Mohammed Kabir.
And I'm Barry to the world. This is the morning break. Moving on to our first story for today. It is sad, but I mean several reactions. I think this is mixed reactions towards this story. We have the FG to disburse 6.3 billion interest-free loans to 21,000 flood victims. That's massive. I mean, what's his cash out at this point? The story in detail is Nigeria has been battered by recent floods, with rivers swelling, farmlands undainted across the north. In response, the federal government announced interest-free loan package of 6.3 billion naira to help the worst affected communities. The Humanitarian Affairs Minister Yusuf Sanu, please help me if I'm wrong, Sanunu, unveiled the plan at an Abuja roundtable on October 13th, 2025, marking the International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction. Under this scheme, 21,000 affected Nigerians will receive each 300,000 naira loan in cash.
Abuja round tea table, because I think it's a tea table. We've seen how these people, you are the reason, the federal government are the reason for this, because I didn't mean there were proper drainages, we would not be seeing this kind of floods. Yet, after what all the properties that these people lose, they've lost a lot of things, some lives. Instead of you to build infrastructure, you are giving them loan. You want to put them in deeper mess. People that are trying to heal from what has already happened. We are trying to put them in another. We've seen how
does he even plan for them to pay back? Because they are giving them loan.
At this point,
what is their means of paying back these loans?
Maybe they want to come and be dragging them like Pampe too. They will give them loan and they will come and be waiting for them. Because these are people that have lost their businesses, lost their family members, lost their homes. Yet instead of you to build infrastructure or facilities that are going to help them recover from these problems, you want to give them loan. 300k for 3 bags of rice. Maybe it's for 3 bags of rice, because I don't know what you are giving them. If you want to help these people, help these people. Don't put them in a deeper mess at this point, honestly.
I agree with him. What will 300,000 naira really do for somebody that has lost all forms of livelihood? But for me, according to NEMA, as at October 10, 409,000 people have been affected by the flood. So how do you pick the 21,000 that you're going to, is it by lucky draw?
Not even up
Well,
to
how are we
50%.
picking 21,000? And then you're going to give them 300,000, like you said. How are these people going to pay back these loans following, this period? People that have lost everything, really. 300,000 by cash. Again, this is, you already know how I feel about these cash gifts. How are you giving them cash? How do we track? How do we monitor and say that, okay, they actually got this money? Because anything can happen. That's a lot of money, to be honest, to be spending without, any proper means of transparency. And then finally, why can't we spend this over 6 billion in No, Nigeria has been affected by lots of flood from 2022 up until now. We have even prior to then. So why can't this money be spent for, for prevention of these floods rather than compensating? Not compensating, because this loan they have to pay back. But why can't we spend this money in preventing this flood? Because I don't want you to give me 300,000. I would rather not have the flood destroy my property. 300,000, I can't even rent house.
130,000 people have been displaced by flood nationwide.
Do you understand? How do you now pick 21,000?
It's the same way they picked 8.1 million households out of over 250 million households in Nigeria. I don't understand. Is it Bet Nigeria that we are doing? Because at the beginning I said, what is cash out? I don't understand. I don't understand what is going on. But the ramifications in which they are going about this whole issue is totally wrong. I mean, there's no advisors to advise the president that this is not the way to go. I mean, if you want to ensure that these victims do not get affected by flood, because all we do really is risk, management. We don't prevent them. We don't prevent this risk that we know. The rains come and then floods come and follow afterwards. Why are we always playing the catch-up game? I mean, what is going on? Why do we keep pretending that we do not know that these things happen? I mean, moving on, we have so much to say for today. I hope not to spend so much time on one subject. Moving on to our next story, we hear from our minister. Our landlord, sorry, my bad. Our landlord, he said, no FCT judge will live in rented apartments by 2027. Egbetokun, is it magic that is going to happen?
Our landlord said he does not want them to pay rent. How they go pay rent? Me, I just want to state them. Honorable Wike, sir, I identify as a judge. I identify as a judge, but kudos to him. I know that he's been pushing for a lot of reform. So and I know that I think somewhere in Guzape there's an area that is allocated to judges that they are building apartments. So he says that these people can live without rent and they're entitled to get these properties. They own these properties when they retire. I think it's a great move on the one hand because judging is a very sensitive issue. So you don't want your judges to live in certain areas of where people know. That's another thing. You don't want them to live in places or under people that they have neighbors or their landlord can come tomorrow and say, you're living in my house, so I have one of my neighbor's sister's uncle that has one kid in court, so please can you help me and influence? So we don't want external influences. However, you have packed all our judges and kept in one place. You have basically told the world, show see where they are. In case for when they say eyes on the judiciary, you have told Nigerians this is where to go to. So we are basically exposing them. That's on one hand, but I feel like there will be heavy security there. Anyway, this is also tricky because now these judges feel a certain level of
indebtedness
to Oga landlord, and that's not good. That's not good for our judiciary, our already weakened judiciary. You know the struggles and the challenges that we've been facing with them over the years, and I don't know if it's good, but it should be a push from the federal government as is, not just the FCT minister, something that should be across all the states. Yes, they deserve to be taken care of, and this will help to at some level to give them some independence. But again, let it not be something that they will still use tomorrow and say, okay, Oga Wike did this one for us, and let it be uniform housing. You know how FHA houses are. Let it be uniform. Not some people will stay in bungalow. Let's say in bungalow, Chief Justice duplex. I think it's just about doing the right thing.
Now I want to ask you.
You scratch my back.
I scratch your back.
I just hope that you are not scratching their back so that you scratch your own back later. That honestly, at this point, because is it only chief judge? Is it only judges? We have military officers who their lives are on the line.
But I think those ones already have. There are a lot of military estates.
Yeah, but mostly when they retire, they move out of the barracks. mostly. So is it only there
Even
are
when
other
they,
people? Is it only
they
judges?
die in the line of duty.
And
their
these are
families
people,
live
yeah,
have to
and
go
these
to
are people,
barracks.
they have to leave the barracks. And these are people, the judges who their salaries were increased just few months ago. These are people that can afford these houses. And there are people who work and they don't earn as much as these people. Are they going to get the same privilege? So I don't know. I just hope you are not scratching their back so that
How you go take reach all of us?
Me self, I'm a judge. I'm a
I
son.
I judge people every day. Nobody did.
Okay, for me, basically, all I feel is the people that actually need this housing are the people that have been removed from their houses, you know, in certain demolished areas. I would have thought that this venture would have been towards creating low housing communities, basically, for these people that have been living in Bacha and certain areas that, you know, have not been licensed for them to live in. And then I really thought that this would have been put towards that, but now it is to make the rich, you know, live more comfortably while the poor languish in poverty.
They should revive our mortgage systems, have more affordable housing for people that people can afford. Even civil servants cannot even afford the housing schemes that are given to them. You tell a civil servant that is earning 120,000. What am I saying? What's our minimum wage? You tell that civil servant to come and they bring those offers to them to come and get a house. But then the house, you're telling them to be paying 150,000 every month. How?
How much are they earning?
How much are they earning, really? So let's put more money into our mortgage system, make it more accessible to people, and people can actually afford to own homes as they work.
Yes. Moving on to our next story, we see Konua says members will not join ASU strike. I mean, we heard about the ASU 2 weeks warning strike that we saw against you know, in protest against their salaries and whatever memorandum of agreement they had with the government. They say they've gone on 2 weeks morning strike, and if the government refuses to respond to them, they will go on an indefinite strike. What do you have to say? Is this a form of dissension within the body, or what is really going on with ASU and Konua?
I think it's a dissension, really, because Konua is a breakout faction from ASU. And I know that some people like to say ASU is doing too much. So, you know, some people gather. When I was a student, I know some days where lecturers want to be in class, they want to teach. And then the people that have taken it upon themselves to enforce this strike will come in and then pursue everybody, including the lecturers, out. So there's a breakout faction, which is Konua. But what we don't know is who is motivating these people, who they give their mind. Because obviously, if you look at it, you see who it favors. With the federal government coming to say that, you know, no work, no pay. And then Konua is saying we are not, it's looking like a trend. But then Konua also has to take into consideration that breaking out, this body is fighting for the good of the entire staff or academic staff. So by, you know, when people come and give dissenting opinions or options like this, it weakens the resolve, it weakens that battle that is being fought. So I think more than ever, they need to come together and understand that, okay, we're fighting for this, but then it should be reasonable, as always. Whatever your, you know, negotiations, whatever it is that you're pushing for, should be reasonable. It should be taken into consideration what the country has, take into consideration other agencies or ministries. It's not just education, there's health, there's security, there's a lot of challenge that we're facing. So it should be very, very well reasonable, even though our politicians don't help, because these people are seeing people wasting money. So they feel like, okay, people have money to waste, or waste it on us. So yes, it's important. And at this point, Konua needs to understand that this fight is bigger than them. It is bigger than, you know, one individual or one association. It needs to take, it's a fight for all of them, and it's for our academics and for education, because if they don't have enough money going towards the lecturers and the staff, then, you know, education it suffers.
Mohammed, what do you have to say? I mean, there's this thing that says, united we stand, divided we beg. And
okay, we are begging.
Divided we beg, and then it is the battle between two elephants fighting and the grass getting to suffer. What do you think? Do you think Konua is taking the side of the students, or they are just against the united force of them, bargaining for a better pay and, and the agreements that the government was supposed to uphold?
Honestly, in my own terms, I would label Konoha as the Judas, because honestly, they are the Judas. Even though we know the ASU strike is not something that started, this is something that has been there for over a decade. But at this point, the economy is getting harder and harder. And how much do these people earn? How much some earn just some 80, some 100, max 120. How much does a professor earn? Not even up to $500,000 naira. And we've seen how Nigerians are giving certain people $100,000 while your education system is rotten. You know the pain. Even if you don't want to give them, then they shouldn't see you lavishing money like that.
Maybe how they do.
At least, but you are coming to give people $100,000 for, even though not that I'm discouraging it, but at least you shouldn't give them. You should give them something reasonable, not something too much like that. While your lecturers are suffering. Imagine earning 80,000. It's not even going to take you to work. Imagine earning 100,000. It's not even going to take you to work. And Konoha should do better by understanding this is not a problem for now. They are fighting for the long run. The economy is getting bad. It's getting bad. It's getting harder and harder. If you people move out, at the end of the day, these are the same people that you meet that will be telling you, life is hard, how much will they earn? And now they are fighting for you people, and you people are lying, saying you are moving out. This is something that I would even push the blame to the federal government. They need to do better. They need to make a proper review on the educational system. Like I always say, whatever you see somebody become, it's as a result of a teacher. It's as education is the basis for every success. You don't have to work to be a millionaire, but at least you need to get proper education. So neglecting, no wonder, I used to say it's, maybe the reason that they're neglecting is because we've seen the people sabotaging, their children do not school. So at this point, I think Konoha needs to sit down and they should.
I was even thinking you were going to say that the people that are sabotaging it are not sure that they have certificates. But anyway,
they are like the Minister of Science and Wonders, but allegedly, honestly, too.
Okay. Basically, judging by what they've said, it's a lot of things that are going on, and there are certain allegations that Konoha has been, prompted, massaged by the federal government. They feel it's a government yes,
from the back door.
Yes, so they feel it's a government pushed dissension and agenda. But we hope to see better things in the days to come. Moving on to our next story. This is Mohammed's touch point. Shegumi renews calls for dialogue following Israel-Hamas deal. Now we heard about the deal that went on between Israel and Hamas, the peace, the exchange of hostages and all, and then he's saying that they hope towards the same thing happening with our terrorists. Let's call them what they are, terrorists and bandits in our communities, and they say that they hope for peace talks with them. What do you have to say about this?
Barry, when you say dialogue, that means something is above control. That's the point where dialogue have to come in between.
Means force has not been effective.
It's not possible. Somebody have to mediate. So you see, if you say dialogue, does that mean that the bandits are now stronger than the government, that they have to come to a dialogue with them? Is it that the government cannot do anything at this point except to come to a dialogue with them? These are people that if you insult chairman now, they know where to find you. But now these are people that are superior to them. We've seen this is the country whereby security officials are even harassing media people, things like that. Yet, what they're supposed to do, they cannot do. So I don't think we are coming to any dialogue with any rascal, because nobody's above the law. These people should be. I don't know. At this point, you seen the guns that they are holding. Since do they sell gun in Ikeja market? Do they sell gun in Wuse market? So, they know what they are doing. We are all aware of what we are doing.
We are aware.
We are aware. We all know what we are doing at this point. Because I don't know where you. I don't know if maybe you go to Banex Plaza and buy gun. I don't know if they are selling it there.
What are gun?
Because I don't know how people get access to guns like that. Yet you tell me that. If the federal government wants to tackle it, they know what to do. We are putting a lot of budget into this thing. telling us to come to dialogue with Israel and Hamas. Israel and Hamas are two different entities. When you go, the countries that are looking up to, like the United States, when they're having terrorists like this, they know how to deal with it. This is not Russia and Ukraine. If it's two different entities, then you come to a dialogue. But this is internal. This is an internal conflict.
Maybe we want to have governments of.
Maybe we're already at this point. We're already having a shadow government, government of the bandits and government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Yeah,
I think I agree with what he says, right? But citing Israel Hamas is completely different, because these ones are sovereign political negotiations that are completely different from what is happening here. This one is an internal affair. Israel is an entity, is a country. Hamas is a sect. In Gaza, they are fighting over Gaza. They are trying, there's a lot of. It's a completely different thing from when you have the government of a state. Hamas is not within Israel. It's separate. Come to Nigeria, you're telling us that bandits that are inside the country, where there's a chief security officer of a state with approved security votes, there's a budget, we have a national security advisor, we have Minister of Defense. We have all these apparatus, we have military, we have everything. We are planning on how to even be sending our military to go and fight for Africa. In this kind of country, you're telling us that you cannot control bandits.
Maybe they have accepted the fact that we're having two governments at this
point.
No,
it's a problem. So you're saying we should continue negotiations. So, my bad. Is there a group chat that when you want to do this negotiation, you send message on the group chat, or you come? Because how do you communicate with these bandits to tell them to come for negotiation? It means we know, and we said this, we know how to reach them. We know who they are. When you saw them at the peace meeting, where their faces covered, we see them, we know them.
With their military hats.
Maybe you ask whether they are drinking engine, whether people are drinking engine oil. Are they drinking engine oil? They don't eat. They know they go market. They know they buy food. They are out there. They are speaking
and
with...
Sheikh Gumi knows them.
It's not Sheikh Gumi alone. They know these people. They know them.
These are people that have been there in these areas.
And the fact that till this minute we've not been able to contain it goes beyond what we say, the surface. It goes beyond the surface of what we're saying. We are fighting terror. We're not fighting anything. We're not fighting terrorism. We're not fighting, but we are playing with them. It's not fight. And then I think there was I've forgotten who it was that they said that there's no war against terrorism because the communique hasn't been shared. The military is not treating it like there's a literal war against terrorism. And this was somebody high up in the security. I can't remember who. So when you're looking at things like this, we know that we are not doing anything. We've not started. And the fact that till now, and that's what pains me, that people's lives are being lost daily, both on the the members of the community and on the part of the military officials. Military officials are losing their lives to this battle. What do you tell their families, that you're playing politics with them? So that's the sad thing. That in as much as I want to say, Sheikh Gumi, what's wrong with you? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? He has a point. Because the military, we've not been able to contain this thing for years. We might as well dialogue with them in the interest of the people whose lives are being lost. Because when the government or the people that are tasked with the responsibility of securing you fail to do that, you have to work out. I'm a Christian, the Bible says work out your own salvation. You have to work out your own salvation at this point. So they said, let's dialogue with them. And the people that are doing this thing are willing to do it. If you had the opportunity, if any of us right here had the opportunity to go and dialogue with, maybe you're traveling from one state to another and you had the opportunity to dialogue with all the kidnappers on the road, have an agreement, you most probably will do it, just so that you're safe. Because at the end of the day, if anything happens, you're not guaranteed. That day that they will rob now, you don't see police on the road. So that's the thing. At the end of the day, since we have agreed that it is now bigger than our security forces, let's dialogue and let's do it properly. And when we agree with the bandits, let's stick with the agreement. Agreement is agreement. Let's stick with the agreement that we have with them. That's it.
Yeah. Well, we do not look towards having a bandit-led government, and neither do we look towards bandits overriding our current government. We hope that it doesn't escalate to that, and doesn't escalate to serious security issues. Oh well, moving on to our next story, we see and hear from the World Bank. I don't know what the World Bank has to say about Nigeria's agency. I mean, I don't know. I feel it's a bit of intrusion, but well, let's sort of this.
Simply, I think they were well within their rights. I mean, it's the World Bank. They released the report and said, our agencies are earning a lot. They have a lot of revenue when compared to their counterparts in other countries. And I'm like, yes, we know. We know. Customs, MPA, like we have so many, and these people have been accused of hoarding their own revenues. They are not transmitting it to the Federal Reserve, the Treasury account. People will make money, you keep it. Every Eke market day, customs is doing auction. They are seizing card, they are seizing this one, they are doing auction. Are these monies that are being realized from all of this that you're generating, is it going to our treasury? Are we seeing this money come back to us? You see people like FIRS, they have a lot of revenue allocated to them. A lot of, there's a lot of revenue allocated to them. But as they're allocating this one to them now, how can you be allocating revenue to an agency that starts with generating revenue? And then they have the highest? I don't understand. As a how? Oh. So we are spending you are giving them money where they are the ones that are supposed to be bringing money for us. With all this tax that you are taxing us, you are now spending a lot of money so that you empower them to collect taxes. And that's the problem of Nigeria. Somehow, it's not the same we know they see money, not the same we know they generate money, but these monies are being lost. There's a lot of leakages, and these monies are being lost. And until something is done about it, we'll continue speaking the same English.
English upon English. Speaking of English, NSCDC don't they speak English? They were apologizing to channels over the assault on their crew.
They are at the top now.
Kemi, what do you have to say about this?
Like I just earlier said, we are here doing dialogue with bandits, whereby you see where people are supposed to go and fight terrorism. They are fighting.
Make NSCDC go define bandits.
So at this point, we need to do a joint task force. We need to do a joint task force at this point. Even I'll not call him. Like even RoSafety will join. The gun that they want us to give them, we'll give them. Then they'll go and join our fight.
Even NYSC will join.
Make them leave youth out of this.
No, leave the youth out of this. Leave the youth out of this.
Let the youth breathe.
Because
don't suffocate them.
To what extent? These are security operatives that are supposed to protect. Now they are the people inciting violence. Now they are the people harming the citizens. So I don't know at this point what is their work. These are the people that were fighting for you when your staffs were being kidnapped. Now they are the people we are harming.
It's power drunk.
So
officials.
I don't know at this point we need, because these are people that are supposed to, if you see this person and this person fighting, you enter between them. But yet you are the person seeing. These are people holding weapons. You are a weapon holder. You are in no position to be inciting violence against citizens. More of not even civilians, not even media people. Even in war, I believe the media people are not touched.
But in Nigeria, we assault our media people a lot. So we talked about the other states where I think whether it's KB.
Yes, where the journalists
and they arrested him. There's a lot of assault on the media.
I don't know, dude. I think they used to forget that there's a picture they are putting out in the international world. There's a picture.
Now that picture they don't want put. They know now media go still carry and put.
So there's a picture portraying in the international system that they will now what they will say. This is a country whereby foreign citizens are being kidnapped. This is a state whereby security operatives are being killed. This is a state whereby if you say freedom, you talk about freedom of speech. If you insult certain position holders,
there's no freedom after speech.
Now this is
freedom.
And now to add to it now, this is a state that their bandits are roaming freely, carrying guns that even security operatives do not have, doing meeting. And now you're adding to it. This is a state that the journalists are being harassed, are being maltreated. I don't know the picture they are trying to portray at this point, honestly.
I think it's the battle of the might. I feel if they feel they are so powerful, I think the best suitable punishment for these NSCDC officers is to just show them the way to the front lines of the war against terrorism. Let them just small.
What they go do?
No, you know, see burden.
See Kwara.
No, be the way they kill.
Kwara they close now. No,
they should go to Edo. Let them start with.
No, I like the show of force you know, this is the force that we need in the military. Just go to Borno and test how the waters are, and then you'll see how it is. I feel they have so much energy, and their energy are not being, you know, targeted to the right areas. I feel we should target those energies. All right. And then moving on to another person who is a warrior, a warrior princess.
Warrior princess.
Ex-BB Nigeria housemates struggles, battles.
Yeah.
Over how much?
Oh, 200K. Urgent 200K.
Was it worth it?
Oh. At this point, I want to make excuses for Fena. I will. I feel like she's been through a lot lately, and people deserve to be kind to her, because I don't know what mental space she is in right now. So I would like to be very, very, you know, she's dealing with grief. She's dealing with beyond grief, with betrayal from people that she thought were her friends, from people that she wasn't. There's been a lot. So I don't know what state. It's just been how many weeks. So I feel like there's a lot going on with her, and she's just trying to very big figure and going through these things, because people don't respect that, you know, that need for you to stay private and process things. She has to work. She has to put herself out there. So, I mean, whatever it is, I mean, this public show of shame, no. But yes, we'll cut her some slack, because, you know, this is a tough time, a trying time for her, really. But yeah, on a small get bit more.
Try. From the, you see, celebrities. This, I don't know what celebrities with. Yeah. We saw Chairman, God of War, Zazu, just few weeks ago. Now we're seeing
Warrior Princess.
Now we're seeing Warrior Queen. I mean now of hotels, because I don't know. That's what we call her, Queen Fina of hotels. And it's unusual to see.
Energy goddess.
It's unusual. Fina unusual.
No, it was very unusual.
Because you know, the society believes it's men that usually get physical to come and see ladies, not small girls of that level now. Or someone like Fina getting in a physical battle. It's something. I think they should be they should learn to control their anger.
They don't say they be influencers, that there are people looking.
You know, the problem is the internet never forgets. Now, even after 50 years, this will still manifest. At some point, if one day something like this come up, your name will still come up. They'll be like, no be you then beat for hotel. Because at that point, they did not fight, they beat her. And it's not something we'd want to keep saying, honestly. We need to do better.
Okay. I actually appreciate the both two angles that you both explored. I got to see things from a different angle as well. I reasoned about it in a different way, in a whole new light. I've seen, you know, situations whereby people, while going through grief, they just go and get into fights and want people to just beat them so that they can feel physical pain, and so that the internal pain that they feel will not be as, you know, heavy than the physical pain that they feel. So basically trying to drown the pain that is inside. I don't know how it makes sense to them, but that is basically how they get it out of their system.
And she's angry right now. It's not like her sister died. She wasn't supposed. It was very unfortunate circumstances. So there might be this need to lash out at somebody or something.
So I think she was looking for an outlet, and this was the outlet, because I don't believe that 200K is enough to make someone of her caliber, you know, lose composure. Moving on to our next story. It is the fashion police, and our fashion police is saying that if you do not wear cap, something is going to happen. Something just happened right now.
Something just happened right now.
AJ, what happened?
I feel very bad for you, though. When you have somebody that should be contesting for class monitor coming to become a governor, you know that there's a problem. That person has no, I don't even know how to mention his name. He has no business sitting in a government house. He has said a lot of stupid things. There's so many things that come out from his mouth that they should be holding him at this point. We saw him during elections. They were holding him. They were giving him scripts. Those same people, and I know that we laughed. We mocked him then. We laughed at him. I won't say mock, but it was funny when they were giving him scripts and telling him what to say. But now I see reason. Now that he's in government, the people that are giving him scripts, oh goddamn, please continue giving him scripts. People should let him be talking with handouts, because Apparently, this person does not know what to say. He talks very carelessly. I feel bad for Edo. If I was Edo, I'll be hiding my face in shame. Because he's the same governor that came out to say is a Asiwaju that is giving him money to do all the things he's doing, to do road. As per you're telling me,
my daddy gave me money.
You're telling me as an indigenous, as an Edo citizen, that is Uncle TINUBU that gave us money to do your road. I'm sorry. Don't we have our budget allocated to us as a state? If he approves, if allocations that are supposed to come to us as a state comes to us, how is it TINUBU's doing? Does he have a right to stop the allocation that comes to a state? So if he does what he's supposed to, and this is the problem, when people do what they're supposed to do in Nigeria, we praise them because a lot of people are doing rubbish. So how can you tell us it's TINUBU that we should go and thank him, we should reward him?
No, as Igwe know they now.
No, we'll do award for him.
So maybe let me call Igwe. Igwe is awake by now. I can call Igwe so they'll give him
We'll do one for Asiwaju. We'll do one for Bolo. Because what is this fooling? What is this madness? And then you now say that the commissioners that you have appointed, and this is another thing, appointed commissioner. If you're going to appoint somebody, commissioner for finance, you bring somebody that knows about finance, somebody that can take the finance of your state from this level to the next level. Well, apparently we see that they don't have anything because they're the ones that bought fake company to come and collect money. But let's leave that one aside. But then you now say that this person, this commissioner that you have appointed, will not be there because they will not be in the state executive council meeting because they are not wearing cap.
Okay.
How?
I'll apply
this is why
the theory of
separate
Daniel
politics from governance. Separate. We say this a lot. Politics is one thing. Governor. How can you be doing politics when you're governor? You're already governor.
Top.
Focus on governance. Focus on your people for crying out. Leave Asiwaju. Asiwaju don't need your help. He don't need you. If he wants to win in 20, he will win. He does not need your help. Focus on your state and deliver the dividends of democracy to them. He's here fooling around, talking like an SUG president.
You see, this is not a governor that approved 1 billion naira for
fake
compensation. So you see, like I said, I'll apply the theory of Daniel Bwala. You know the theory. He said, I quote, it's not me that said it. The human brain works miraculously 24 hours, one whole year, 365 days. But the moment you join APC, you turn to a madman. So
I'm not sure this one applies because this was somebody that wrote wike in his 40s and still failed.
Here! Chairman, your own matter is serious because I don't know why. I don't know somebody that thinks the one that's in your head is maybe it's the reason that you're the one that you're already wearing. You
should remove the cap so that the
fresh air
will enter his brain.
Yes.
But Edo people, you people are saying this is what
my heart goes out to the people of Edo State. We are sorry for you.
It's disturbing for a governor to say that. So even if I don't used to wear cap, I must wear a Asiwaju cap because of you. It is well.
Psychophancy at its finest.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes you just wonder what Nigerians do to deserve this kind of these things. Honestly, at this point, because I don't know why do we deserve something.
Nobody
like
deserves this.
This is it not Benin? Edo that they are for having cultist clash. Yet this is your own problem. Cap. It is well.
He settled the non-cultists with 1 billion. So
it is well.
It is well with our country, Nigeria. Moving on to our last story for today, we end with Mortal Kombat. Finish him. They struggle, Blord and VDM struggle for who, hurts who more. And it has been an entertaining journey thus far. I mean, we saw how petty men can be. I mean, we thought that it was actually of women.
Are you kidding?
But we saw just how petty men can be. I mean, given the right opportunity, certain men have dug for crude oil. What do you have to say about this?
I don't know. This one that you're trying to use one stone and kill two birds. This one that you're trying to use one stone and
but it's two men now. It's not women
now. She's trying to use one stone and kill two birds.
Physical. We have seen now they are fighting physical. See your fellow men.
I don't know. It's funny because I think this is more personal. It's more of a personal fight. It's more of a personal
Give us a story breakdown. Really, what has happened?
What happened was earlier in 2022. There was in the beginning there was this trade. This Blord has a trading app where some of Nigeria's traders they trade and they did not get Jet app. They did not get their money. Then they complained to chairman, very big dark man. And he decided to drag Blord. Then Blord decided to block these people. Then
Rather than pay them the
money, allegedly. Then, moving on, there was a time that VeryDarkMan was arrested.
Yeah, by EFCC.
By EFCC in the bank with his mom. Then Blord made a tweet of calling him a criminal. That
I think that was after he lost 180 million.
His foundation's money.
He lost 180 million from the money that was raised
for his foundation.
And then Blord called him
a thief that he learned from his mother. So,
in other words, your mama.
So that, you see, at that point, Blord crossed the line. Honestly, he crossed the line. Then, just few days ago, Blord posted an iPhone XR being converted to iPhone 17 series, and he's selling it for 450,000 naira. And VeryDarkMan, comeback Lord Remontada, he had to go to China and find the suppliers. And he found out that this whole stuff.
To be fair, he was already in China.
So fine, I will give him that. Then he found out that this whole package can come in for 280,000. Then he decided to tie his rope on the necks of Blord and on his Tiger generator and drag him properly. He called him a thief. He said he's a lie. Not even phones. He even extended to cars. Then, to discover lower, maybe there's another mineral resources that we've not seen now. They decided to go down low. Blord decided to post his
nudes and put a bounty for his nudes.
His explicit pictures. And he's even putting over 500,000 for anybody that can. Why would I be looking for a man's talk? It is well. I don't know. Why would I be looking for? Why would I be looking for a man? At this point, I don't know what's wrong with Blord. Maybe he's saying since you come from my business.
No. Me, I know the size I want to take is very controversial. I know all of you are Team VDM.
No, I'm just being neutral here.
I am basically for. You cannot determine how low I go when you decide to go, Lord.
I am Team Blord not in the stance of the general basketballs. In this particular issue, I am Team Blord.
Because you're an Igbo girl.
I need this agenda must agenda.
Agenda will get
it's not just Igbo, it's from Anambra. I'm from Anambra. Agenda will agenda it properly. But you don't come after. I don't care what the circumstance is or what the fight is about. I don't support what Blord did, calling out his mother. You have your issues with VDM. You should have called him out, coming out to say that his mother was a thief. He's learning from his mother. It's very, very wrong. It's a wrong. He should not have done that.
And
I feel like that's very
honestly and
low.
Stupid.
And this is somebody who was raised by his single mom. So you can imagine the kind of bond that he shares with his mom. Obviously, it's going to be very painful. And at that point, they know who Blord. It's bad that we are saying whole VDM now. They know who Blord now. So why you want me the whole VDM? But they know that VDM has come, she's come back. However, what I don't like is the approach that he's taking. You don't come after a man's source of income. Okay, good and fine. Blord says he's earning his own for 450,000. You go to China, you can just come out and promote your own and say, I have somebody that is doing 280. No need to tie the two together. Doing that is, you're taking bread away from the mouth of somebody who, to some, is a philanthropist, to some, because there are some people he gives money in his community, he has a family to feed. Do it. After all, when you go and buy Coke by the road and you enter Transcorp and buy the same Coke, they are not the same price. When you eat jollof rice on the road, and you go to Sheraton and eat, they are not the same price. It's the same jollof, but it's not the same price. That's the only food by you that is more expensive than normal food. But people will buy it. So choose. If you feel like this is too expensive for you, then leave it. After all, there are people that are buying 1.17 million, 1.7, and this guy, they say, okay, this is cheaper, and they want to patronize him. He has his audience. Do you and move on. But intentionally going after a man's source of income is a no-no. Is a woman move. It's a woman move.
But AJ, he said Nigerians are already going through a lot. But honestly, if I want to give it to them, it's not from the phone. Even other things. You're saying that Nigerians are going through a lot. There are some Nigerians that will not agree with you. There are some Nigerians that is in this economy that they bought their first car. They did not buy since. It's now. APC people. I don't know about
you called their names.
I'm just saying, there's some people that is now that the winner of BB Missy, is it not now that she blew in this hard economy? There are people that this is when, so it's relative. He has his audience. If you have a cheaper option, market your market in peace. Let him market his own market in peace. But then you went after his source of income, went after the phones, went after the car. That's a very low move. And Oga now says, and he said it explicitly, he said, it's not a personal or moral anything. You came after my business. My own business is selling. I will come after your own business. And then he even supported his business. Do you know what it means? Because he went to people and said, bring all of you that I have. I will buy from you. And this is a crypto.
I don't know, but
But
he has allegations of not paying people.
He buys and sells. So now, what I will do now, as a smart, forward-thinking Nigerian, is I will meet VDM and tell you how far. Say your need, give me 200,000. I will go and sell to Blord. 300,000 naira.
Igbo businesswoman.
300,000 naira.
But this is a person that VDM accused of being a scam. If VDM
was not selling his news, we will not have news to be sold.
Exactly. So and if someone was not ripping off Nigerians, nobody would be dragged.
I don't.
Anyways, this is a very, very controversial case, but as I always say, there is no limit to how low you can go. If everybody decides to go low, you can go low and dig for.
And then this is the person that people are going to fight for. Any man that can say does not have any moral standing to come and talk to me about anything. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Basically, both we mentioned.
People change. People change. He said that's him of before. That's his business of before.
Okay, who is the one that sends fresh ones to Blord?
No, maybe they want to look for.
If he was before and he was no longer doing it, then why is he sending fresh ones to Blord?
No, because he was looking for it to attack him.
Basically, it's the battle of the shameless. You can't shame the shameless. At the end of the day, you can't shame
he's doing marketing for new customers. They have opened up his customer base now. He's sending
the Blord is a person with allegations of not paying his trader. He said he's a scam.
Why are you looking for a man's bowler?
He's not man. He's telling you.
I don't even want to see it on my timeline. I don't want to come and see it.
Why are you gay?
He saw his 2019 pictures, for example, and he said, no, I have 2025. In case
my customers see
this, let them not be disappointed. He's marketing to a new audience.
Anyways,
I really catch me for where men do.
It really is the battle for crude oil. I mean, we are seeing people go low and competing. How low can you go? And then nobody should say anybody has crossed any line. There is no line that has been
just like Olamide said.
First of all,
just like what Olamide said. First of all, go down.
Yeah. So no, I don't want to hear anybody has crossed the line or anybody has gone
there's no line. No.
Everybody should just be going their far. Don't limit an person's space.
That's what. Since it's men, that's what people want. People want to see men fighting, but you don't want to see.
Nobody should limit your space. Don't allow anybody to sharing your space.
I don't want to see anybody's.
Determine how far you go in this life.
I never thought a day would come when men will be fighting and what we are seeing is nude. I never thought that day would come.
I mean, that's just to show you how petty certain people can be. Someone is demanding for another man's stuff on the internet. I mean, are you gay? Just come out of the closet already. Just come out of the closet already. 2 gays, come out of your closet and admit who you are, and we know who you are. This is the morning break. This is only where you can get this kind of gist. See you next time on the morning break.